Hello there, this is Adele. Welcome to my channel. Are you one of those who are still confused with fractions? Or maybe those who have already forgotten the skill and want some recall? Well, worry no more. In today's video, we will talk about adding and subtracting fractions the easy way. But before that, please hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. See you in a while. Many people hate fractions, probably because of the complicated manner it was presented to them by their teachers. But contrary to the belief of many, fractions are simple. When you deal with fractions, you simply have to remember and follow the rules. Say for example, in adding and subtracting fractions, you just have to take note of the denominators. If they have the same denominators, then they are similar fractions. If they don't have, then they are dissimilar fractions. Adding and subtracting similar fractions are very easy. You simply have to copy the common denominator, and then you can immediately add or subtract their numerators. Let me show you how.
Say for example, you have 2 over 5 plus 1 over 5. So since they both have the same denominator, all you have to do is to simply add their numerators and then copy the common denominator. So you have 3 over 5. Next example. You have 3 over 8 plus 4 over 8. The same denominator, so simply copy the common denominator, then add the numerators, 3 plus 4, so you have 7. So the answer is 7 over 8. Very simple. 9 over 11 minus 3 over 11. So copy the denominator and then subtract their numerator. So 9 minus 3, you have 6 over 11. So that's it.
Easy, right? The problem comes when you have to deal with dissimilar fractions. You need first to convert them into similar fractions before you can actually add or subtract them. There are 3 possible methods that we can use. Let me illustrate to you how to use these methods.
So no problem with similar fractions. But how about with dissimilar fractions? Let us try. So method 1, we can have 1 over 3 plus 2 over 5. So how do we do this? We look for their LCD. So get the multiples of 3. You have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, so on and so forth. For 5, the multiples are 5, 10, 15, 20, so on and so forth. So the least common multiple between the two is 15. So that would be our LCD. So LCD we put in there. So next step, we divide 15 divided by 3. So you have 5. 5 times 1. So the answer is 5. Again, let's repeat the step. 15 divided by 5. So you have 3 multiplied by 2. So 3 times 2. So you have 6. So you can now add the two numerators, 5 plus 6. So the answer is... Okay, so how do you find it? Let's try a shorter method. If you have 1 over 3 plus 2 over 5. Still, we need to look for their LCD. LCD between 3 and 5. So we know that their LCD is 15. The next step is to find a number that you can multiply with 3 and 5 that you will come up with 15. So for 3, you can multiply it by 5. And for 5, you can multiply it by 3. So we multiply 1/3 by 5 over 5. Whatever you multiply with the denominator, you also need to multiply it to the numerator so that you will not be changing the value of the fraction. So let's multiply. So for 5, we multiply it by 3. Again, whatever you multiply with the denominator, you also need to multiply with the numerator so that you will not be changing the value of the fraction. Okay, so we are ready now. Let's multiply. 1 times 5, so you have 5. We have 3 times 5, we have 15. Next, 2 times 3, you have 6. 5 times 3, you have 15. Now, since we have the same denominator, so we can add the numerators directly. So 5 plus 6, so you have 11 over 15. So it's easy as that. So let's try another example. Let us say we have 5 over 8 minus 4 over 12. So how do we subtract these fractions? So the first step is to identify the LCD between the denominators. So for 8, the multiples are 8, 16, 24, 32, so on and so forth. For 12, the multiples are 12, 24, 36, so on and so forth. So the least common multiple between 8 and 12 is 24. So our LCD is 24. So next step is to identify what number can we multiply with 8 and 12 so that we will come up with 24. So for 8, we can multiply it by 3. So we will multiply 5 and 8 by 3. So 5 over 8 times 3 over 3. So for 12, what number can we multiply with 12 to get 24? So we have 2. So let us multiply 4 over 12 by 2 over 2. Now, we are ready to multiply. 5 times 3, we have 15. 8 times 3, we have 24. 4 times 2, we have 8. 12 times 2, we have 24. Now, since they both have the same denominator, we can now subtract 13 minus 8. You have 7. Then, copy common denominator, 24. So, the answer is 7 over 24. Finally, the third and the easiest method, the two prior methods that I have presented, there's always a need for us to determine first the LCD of the given fractions. In this method, there's no need for that. We simply need to follow 3 easy steps. Let me show you how. Say for example, 1/3 plus 2/5. We will multiply first the denominators. 3 times 5, we have 15. Now next step, cross multiply. 1 times 5, you have 5. Cross multiply the other pair. 3 times 2, we have 6. Now add the two numerators. 5 plus 6. So we have 11. Copy the denominator. 11 over 15 is our final answer. Next example. 5 over 9 plus 1/4. So how do we add? Again, step 1. Multiply the two denominators. 9 times 4. We have 36. Cross multiply the first pair. 5 times 4, we have 20. Multiply the other pair, 9 times 1, so we have 9. So add the two numerators, 20 plus 9, so we have 29 over 36. So 29 over 36 is our final answer. Final example. 4/5 minus 1/6. So how do we subtract this? Simply multiply the two denominators, 5 times 6. So we have 30. Cross multiply. 4 times 6. We have 24. Cross multiply the other pair. 5 times 1. So we have 5. Now we can subtract the two numerators. 24 minus 5. So we have 19 over 30. So 19 over 30 is our final answer. So that's it. Very simple.
So, can you now add and subtract fractions on your own? I believe you can. It's all a matter of practice. And if you do it constantly, you'll be amazed one day with what you're able to do. Now, if you find this video helpful, please feel free to leave your comments below. It will surely inspire me to create more videos like this. Lastly, please do subscribe to my channel for updates on my next uploaded video. Again, thanks for watching. Bye!